If you're considering ChatSim eSIM for international travel, there are 12 things you need to know before making your purchase. Let's jump into it. The first thing you need to understand is that ChatSim eSIM is an option for travelers looking for affordable data and messaging while abroad. Compared to traditional SIM cards, it's more convenient since it allows you to stay connected in multiple countries without switching SIM cards. However, there are some limitations that could make you reconsider if you're after extensive data use. Next, one of the key selling points is its global coverage. ChatSim offers service in over 150 countries. That's a huge advantage over other eSIM providers that may have more limited options, but keep in mind, the quality of service varies. So, check the coverage in your specific destination before relying on it for the whole trip. The third thing you should know is that the ChatSim eSIM is geared toward messaging apps. If you're someone who uses a lot of social media or other apps that require data-heavy use, this may not be the best option for you. It's perfect for sending texts, using WhatsApp, or chatting on other messaging platforms, but don't expect smooth streaming or quick browsing. Now, ChatSim's data plan is different from others. You get unlimited messaging for a monthly fee, but the data for other apps is limited, especially compared to competitors that offer more generous data allowances. If you're a heavy data user, you might find the limitations restrictive. The fifth thing to know is the setup process. It's relatively simple, but if you've never used an eSIM before, it could be a bit confusing at first. You need a device that supports eSIM, and the process might not be as straightforward as inserting a physical SIM card. Keep this in mind before relying on it for the trip. Next, the pricing model. ChatSim operates on a subscription basis, and while it can be cheaper than roaming charges with traditional SIM cards, it might not be the best deal for short-term travelers. Some competitors offer pay-as-you-go plans, which could be better suited for those only traveling for a week or two. The seventh thing to consider is that ChatSim doesn't always offer the fastest speeds, especially when compared to other eSIM services like Airalo or Ubigi, which offer faster internet for those who need more robust data connections. Another point to note is that with ChatSim, you get global coverage, but not all countries are equal in terms of network quality. In more remote or rural areas, you might find the connection unreliable or slow. Now let's talk about the app. The ChatSim app allows you to manage your plan, check data usage, and contact customer support. It's fairly easy to use, but some users have reported slow response times when dealing with support, especially during peak travel seasons. The 10th thing to keep in mind is that, unlike some of the top competitors, ChatSim doesn't offer voice calls. You'll be relying purely on messaging apps for communication, which might not be ideal if you need voice calls for emergency situations or regular conversations. Next, consider the device compatibility. ChatSim works with most modern smartphones that support eSIM, but you'll want to double-check your device model before purchasing. Some older models or those with restrictions may not work with eSIM, so it's important to verify compatibility first. The 12th and final thing you need to know is that while ChatSim offers great value for messaging services, it may not be your best choice for comprehensive travel needs. If you plan on streaming, gaming, or working remotely, you may find that other eSIM providers offer better options in terms of data speed and availability. It's a good option for light users who prioritize messaging, but if you want a better overall experience, check out our recommended solution that you can try for free. It could be exactly what you need to stay connected during your travels without the limitations of ChatSim.